Okay, that's enough. That's just. Nope. Yeah. So there's a problem right now in essentially all mindsets that choose to follow or be or be proud of or revive any sort of spiritual or religious, what's it called, organization, path, I don't know what to call it, but okay, let's speak about it properly. And you might be wondering why I'm standing at a door right here, because we are, I think, at this moment in a place which can be called the doorway from our older generations, which were essentially very physically focused, to a generation that's slowly going towards the metaphysics. They're focusing more on what's within. People are starting to be more faithful again, and not just faith, leave faith out of it, right? Let's leave faith absolutely out of it. People are becoming more aware and more curious about what the possibilities might be. They're not just straight up denying stuff anymore. Some people, and I would actually say a huge part of the new population of Gen Z, so like this generation and way much, like a lot of more, is starting to be curious and starting to be able to apply stuff and to be able to experiment with it, experiment with truth. Yes. Now the problem is such that people still, even at this doorway that we're standing at right here, people still cling to some stuff that does not really make sense in this one's mind. Be anyone who watches this accidentally or by whatever thing fate ordained, I don't know, be sure to, I don't know, debate about it with me if you disagree. But let me ask this one single thing, right? Let me ask this one single thing. What what really is the purpose of identifying with something that's meant to break your identity? What's the purpose in it? Like, identifying with a certain path, with a certain purpose, with a certain whatever it is, identifying, not relating. It's not about relating, it's not about walking, it's not about practicing. I'm not talking about any sort of specific mindset. I'm talking about the specific act of identifying with it. You identify yourself as blah blah and blah, no matter whatever freaking spirituality or religion it is. I do not give a freak. Let's talk about it, right? Why are we identifying with it? Does it make us different that we are this specific, religion, or this specific god that I'm following, or this specific form that I am very, very, I don't know, almost pathetically devoted towards? Does it matter? Perhaps, but do you identify yourself as a good teacher, or do you just teach when you teach? Do you identify yourself as a swimmer, or do you just, keep doing the laps around the pool, swimming pool, whatever it is? One moment, guys. হ্যাঁ, কাজ করছি। হ্যাঁ। Do you, and I mean do you have to defend something instead of walking it without any sort of interruption allowed, any sort of disrespect allowed, any sort of lying or any sort of tomfoolery allowed. You can just do that, can't you? You can just do your practice, speak what you want to speak, believe what you want to believe, think how you want to think, wear what you want to wear, not do what you don't want to do, eat what you want to eat, preach what you want to preach. Instead of just trying to defend it and trying to instead of trying to think that you're weak even when you are on the last leg, when all of your limbs have been cut off and you're standing on one damn leg, would you rather complain about that leg only having one leg compared to others like Dhritarashtra having no eyes? Or would you be like those thousands of other people who do not have the three other limbs and keep walking? Just keep stumbling in front. Keep trusting, keep trying, keep at it. The answer seems simple to this mind at this moment. And this specific video right here, it came about not really planned. Again, I have not put out any videos after that introduction video of mine. It's my fault, fully. No one else's fault, absolutely not. But right now, a certain anger got triggered into this heart for a millisecond or so while watching a certain video. The video does not matter, the person who spoke does not matter, whether they believe or not does not matter. But I say, why compare yourself to something that you were or that you could have been and say we are weak? Just be what your definition of strong is. Be that and let others also understand whether they're right or wrong, or whether they're mistaken or not through their own damn experiences. Why not discuss and preach? Like, why don't we discuss but rather preach? I use the word preach in this whatever long rant I went on a bit ago. Like, I just kept speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking rather than reflecting. I know I used the word preach there, but why not discuss instead? You say that the shāstras, the texts, the holy scriptures are words written in stone. If one is not allowed to disagree, agree, opinionate, or not even opinionate, genuinely think and have a different experience that says otherwise. I'm just checking the door to see if someone's there. Or just have a different experience that says otherwise. If someone is not allowed to do that and then speak up against that experience that was taught in or promoted or rather spoken of as the highest truth, and oppose that, if one is unable to do that, against any specific holy scripture, any one of it. Take any damn religion in the whole world, and if one cannot debate about it, discuss about it, then that is not just written in stone, it has turned to stone. It is not living Shakti anymore. Because know this, if you go back and if you search history of ancient civilizations, Indus Valley civilization, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, search those things and find out what the iconography of Pashupati was from that time. You'd come to know this, that mantras, that iconographies, that names and purposes and mythologies, like the whole stories have changed throughout time. It does not, my friend, it absolutely does not mean that those things matter or don't, but it means that things evolve with time regardless of meaning, regardless of importance, regardless of structure, or regardless of society itself. Because even if you try to promote this specific thing or not promote that specific thing, this versus that, it's not in our hands, is it? Just someone says something, someone else likes that thing, someone else likes that thing, and someone else dislikes that thing. The disliker comes back to the one who said it first, and then they debate. And without your control, the disliker's opinion suddenly becomes more populated, and that becomes what it will be 30 years to come. Is that in our hands? Is karma that simple? My karma, my result. Is it that simple, or are there, billions of people on this planet Earth? So that's why this one says, rather than being so protective of something, even in this era, I say that, even in an era when exploitation is very, very common, I know. This one knows very well in this era from experience recently, actually perhaps that experience was necessary to be exploited. But in this era, it's, wait, we have to turn on the light. Nah, I'll keep it at this. Yeah, I'll keep it at this. Even in this era, it's way better to focus first primarily changing the self, and only then focusing on whom the ones who appear as other. Only then. Because if you have not implemented anything on yourself and you're just defending the path that you walk on, you're not talking about a path anymore. If you think it's defenseless and it's your duty rather than her to protect a path that is that old, thousands of years old. The video was, the camera was tilted. Hota hai. Then you have not understood. If you're still thinking we as Muslims, or we as Christians, or we as Hindus, we are going to defend our path, then you trust yourself way too much, and you trust that way too less. That's it. That's just it. I'm not saying don't try to, promote stuff. I'm not saying don't try to popularize practices. I'm not saying don't try to put your case in the court of, the world. But don't focus on the weakness, on the, so-called weakness or the so-called what can be compared to what is, or the pride, or the fact that nothing can change and it shall be so because it has been so and it has been said and written so. Don't focus on that. Focus on what this is saying. Right here, what this is saying, and what this is saying, and what this is seeing, and what this is hearing, and what this is tasting, and what this is smelling, and what this is feeling. That's just basic human, science, is it not? It's five. 5 senses, yes. 5 senses. That's what they're for. So that's what this video is about. It's a 16-minute video, which probably will be cut a bit, but rant is a rant, I suppose. A new video is coming, by the way. The other video, the next video, it has been due for a long time. A friend of mine, they told me, actually no, they didn't tell me. They were them and I was talking about something. Them and me, I don't know which is the right grammar for this, but them and me, we were talking about something, and they talked about something, and I was like, oh, this one was like, oh, should I make a video about it? And they were like, yeah, that would be nice, and it's your channel, you do your own thing, right? And I never did that thing. From then, it's been weeks, perhaps a month or two, but yeah, the video will be there, do not worry. The video will definitely be there. After this, perhaps Shekhar will take this channel and himself a bit more seriously and do stuff a bit more seriously, right? But yes, that's what this rant was about, essentially. The fact that we are still talking about the path and crystallizing it into a highway rather than just walking the path and going to the destination. Be sure to debate, discuss, hate, like, subscribe, comment and share whatever the heck you want from this video. And one thing, please do not take it out of context. Please do not just cut one clip and make this one go viral for the wrong reasons. That would be, very simply put, disingenuous and very tricky and very Kali of you. Thank you. And yeah, I'll see all of y'all later. Peace.